Welcome to 5 Minute Birth Stories with My Momma Village. My name is Azaria, and I'm a childbirth educator, postpartum doula, lactation counselor, and today I'm with Fiona. Welcome, Fiona.
Hi,
So, how many weeks were you when you gave birth?
I was 40 weeks.
Nice. And how and when did you know you were in labor?
I knew at about 5 p.m. um, when I was getting contractions that felt a lot like period cramps, and they were happening quite close together by the time I really was sure it was labor.
Okay. And when did your water break?
Well, at first I was laboring in the shower, so I think my water broke in the shower because by the time I got to the nurse triage, she couldn't find the bag of waters during the exam. But then a few hours later, while I was still laboring in the hospital, another gush of water came out. So it came in maybe two waves.
Okay. And did you feel it in the shower at all, or was it just confusing?
No, I did not. Mm-mm.
And how long was your labor?
I labored for 28 hours,
Right. And how long did you push?
4.5,
And what time did you give birth?
8:53 p.m.
Okay. Going back to the how long did you push? Um,
Mhm.
or actually just for everything, like what were your coping strategies during labor and the pushing?
Well, I definitely had my breathing that I used. I had a few sort of affirmations or mantras that I would repeat to myself over and over. And then in terms of handling the pain, I had my doula with me who helped with counter pressure, as well as my partner who did some counter pressure too, and those helped.
So who was in the room with you? So you said your doula and your husband, anybody else?
No, that's it. Other than of course the nurses and the midwife, but those were my two people.
And did you have a vaginal or cesarean birth?
Vaginal birth,
Medicated or unmedicated?
medicated. We made it about 7 centimeters without the epidural, and then I realized that I needed it, and the rest was with the epidural.
Sounds like transition. And what was your best memory from birth?
Ugh, I mean, I know it's probably cliche, but definitely at the very end when he came out and I got to hold him, and we just, I mean, a sobbing of relief, and he was so perfect.
And is if there was anything that you would do differently, what would it be?
So, unrelated to the birth itself, I wish I had done something different with my hair leading up to it because I had my hair in one braid from, I don't know, earlier that day or maybe the day before. And going through all that labor, of course, you're sweating and it's a mess and it's frizzy. And then that very first photo holding, my baby, I just looked extra a mess. And then days later, it was a big tangly knot, so my mom had to come over and help me untangle it and redo it. And I guess I wish I just had a more protective style going into it, so I didn't even have to think about that with
Ooh,
everything else going on.
that's a good one. That's a really good one. All right.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Fiona.
Yeah, my pleasure.